Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of How I Conquered Cancer and Beyond. Today I have with me Rhia Luz. She's a registered nurse and runs her own radio station called Buhe Buhe Sa America, which means Life in America, where she highlights the positive and inspiring stories and people in her community. She was diagnosed with breast cancer 4 years ago, and today she shares her story of how it impacted her life and what she went through. Well, Ria, so tell me a little bit about how old you were when you got diagnosed and what went through your mind when you heard those dreaded words that you have cancer.
Well, I was only 49 when I got diagnosed with breast cancer.
Okay.
And of course, it's actually shocking. I felt sad because my sister died of cancer at 49.
Oh, wow.
So that actually hit me. That I have to fight. I have to make sure that I survive this one, and I won't. At that time, I'm almost celebrating, and I'm looking forward for my 50th birthday. So the whole time, I'm looking for that 50th birthday celebration. So that was the thing I said to myself. I have to do this something
Yes.
that I will have to reach 50 years old.
Absolutely. So, what kind of cancer did you have, and how did you get diagnosed? How did you find out?
I am blessed that the cancer that I had is stage 0.
Okay.
Basically, it was through mammogram,
Mhm.
and I am doing a yearly mammogram at that time,
Okay.
which at that time I did not even have any symptom, or I didn't felt until I was told, oh, you have through mammogram. I went for because I found an abnormality.
Yes.
So I went for ultrasound, and the ultrasound I saw that there's something that is not right in that picture.
Yes.
And they found also calcification as well as that abnormal tumor.
Yeah.
So it is through biopsy.
Yes, I was
Of course,
gonna ask, so
you
did the
first go
biopsy.
to ultrasound, and then if they
Yeah.
see something, then I went for biopsy. And through
Okay.
the biopsy, that's where I found the ultrasound picture that
Okay.
it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
You already have a feeling that that doesn't look like a good size
Absolutely.
cell.
Yeah.
So after that, with the biopsy result, it took me. First, I went to the doctor who ordered it, and the doctor won't give me the result. Although the company who did the biopsy said, in 3 days you will have it in the doctor's office.
Sure.
And the doctor's office won't even give me the result until I make an appointment. To make the story short, I was the one who called doctors,
Okay.
find doctors for to take care of me, because I have a friend who, when she got diagnosed with cancer, she asked me to come with her.
Okay.
So she has someone who can remind her what did the doctor say.
Yeah.
Because most of the time after receiving that kind of
Oh my God.
diagnosis, it's basically you just only hear cancer.
I know.
You did not hear
And
anything else.
They use all these words that
Yeah.
we have no idea about, and it just takes you to a place where, like, wait, I just found out I have cancer. So
Yeah.
for us, it's like,
Yeah.
am I gonna die? That's all I want to
Yeah.
know, right?
I cry and cry, thinking that my kids are still young, and
Right.
also that is one thing that made me think, what should I do? I don't want to die early,
Of course.
and I want to take care of my kids and my family.
Yeah.
But luckily, my husband is a very supportive man. He let me decide on what I want to do, and even supported me on the plan. We went to this oncology surgeon,
Okay.
and his wife also just got diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh wow.
So he offered me either, because there's 3 places where my right breast had been
Had the lumps?
has the lumps,
Okay.
and there's also several calcification.
Right.
So I was thinking, I don't think lumpectomy would be a good idea when all those places are in different locations in one breast. And so but he offered for me to have an MRI of both breasts.
Sure.
And the other breast also has several calcification, which was questionable, and suggested, how about doing an MRI biopsy by MRI? I'm like, no, I'm not going for another biopsy, because during the biopsy itself, I was crying. It is not. It is so painful.
It is. Yeah.
And I'm not scaring you, but we have to go through that.
Absolutely.
When we found out we have a breast cancer, and so I decided, and my husband decided, to just go for mastectomy.
So you did a double mastectomy.
I did double mastectomy. Why would I leave one?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I had,
especially because you saw that there were abnormalities in the other breast.
yes,
Yeah.
and even if there's no abnormality, there's no reason to leave one, because if it hurts, I want only one pain,
Right.
and it is very painful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you ended up having
bilateral
bilateral
mastectomy.
mastectomy. Okay.
Yes. And reconstruction.
Yes. So all at the
Which-
same time?
No, first is after the bilateral mastectomy, they put the
Expanders?
expanders.
That was painful for me too.
That is so painful.
I know.
Yes.
Yes.
And especially after some time they will
Refill?
I only take one refill.
Oh
I'm like,
my
no
gosh.
more. I'm like, I don't need a big breast.
Right?
I
Yeah.
was even making a joke to, even though it was painful diagnosis, but I was making a joke to my friends because I have a small breast. And so I decided, well, everybody's making big breasts. Why not make mine big?
Right? Yeah.
Instead, I'm
You
coming
gotta
back-
look at the silver
I'm
lining.
coming back to work. But every time I'm going to work, I will have to do this.
Right?
But after one time injection,
You're like,
refill, I'm
no.
like, no. I supposed to come back the next week, and the doctor supposed to refill another some 100 cc.
Yeah.
I said to the doctor, I am fine with this, and I am happy. Let's go do the reconstruction.
Yeah.
So
You know what? Everybody has a different experience,
Yeah.
right? In your case, it seems like it was a little painful.
uh-huh.
I had my right breast removed only because my breast surgeon was like, if the left one is fine, there's nothing wrong with it, why touch it? So I went with her, and I don't regret it. Yes, the expander part was really painful for me as well, and I got the body flap, so they took out
lucky
body
you.
fat from my stomach, and because like I had enough
wish-
fat to reconstruct one breast,
I wish I had, that's what
And
the
that-
surgeon did.
Yes.
Because if maybe that was what they did, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
Take the fat
I
out
have
and
more-
put it in
I
place.
have more than four breasts to reconstruct anyway.
Yeah, my husband used to be like, hey, if you need extra fat, let me know. I was like, no, it's okay. I think I'll just go with what I have right now.
Oh.
So
You're lucky.
Yeah.
I think I was not lucky enough to get the doctors who should suggest.
And I think at that time they probably
Yeah.
didn't even have that option.
No, there must be, but
Yeah.
I don't know why the doctor just say, oh, silicone or saline. I'm like, well, at the time I'm still like, yeah, do whatever it is so that I can go back to work. And that was my plan is, I need to go back to work.
So have you been on any kind of hormone blockers ever since? or-
Luckily, I did not have to go through anything.
Okay.
What I can tell most about my cancer experience is the mastectomy and the reconstruction, and I would say some side effect of bilateral mastectomy.
Right.
Because I'm 49, I immediately went to menopause.
Yeah. Okay, so you were already going into menopause
Yeah.
then. Okay. So
So-
they didn't have to give you any hormone blockers
No,
or anything. Okay.
because it was still a very early stage.
Right.
I am blessed. I work
Yes.
as a oncology
Okay.
nurse before,
Okay.
and that's why I was in a hurry to get this thing done,
Sure.
because you don't want to postpone
Absolutely.
and prolong any kind of treatment because I am afraid that it may go to stage 1,
Yeah.
stage 2.
And that becomes more complicated.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
because I don't want to experience oncology. I mean the um, chemotherapy. Although
I
if
know,
there's
that
really
was-
a need, of course I have to do it.
Yeah.
But if we can still stop the chemotherapy, then that's why I decided to go for mastectomy.
Yeah, I totally get it. So what is the one thing you'd like to tell, people out there who are, not really afraid of getting cancer? I mean, for someone like me, I didn't have, no one in my family had cancer,
Yeah.
right? You said your sister did, so you were, I guess, more proactive because you knew it was in your family. How can others be more proactive about this? I wasn't even 40 when I got diagnosed, so getting a mammograms was not going to happen for another 2 years for me. But because of the lump that my OB just happened to find, she sent me for the mammogram. So how can younger women take health in their hand? Can they ask for a mammogram even if they're not 40? Will the doctors be able to do it for them? Like how?
I think
What is the best way?
I think the only way the doctor would do the mammogram is if they have some symptom.
Right.
But as for women, I would suggest we really need to be proactive in self breast examination.
Yes.
And that's for single. And if you are married, I would suggest let the husband do the breast self examination. You know
There
why?
you go.
They will not forget because
Yeah.
we forget.
Yes, we
But
do.
they will not forget. And why
That's a
not?
great
Yeah.
idea.
I think that is
Yeah,
why not?
absolutely.
The man has to also take responsibility. You
I
want to take care of
agree.
your wife, then do this,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they will.
Oh,
there will
they'll
be less-
enjoy that.
Yes, and there will be less breast cancer in the future.
All right, ladies. I mean, you heard it here. That is actually a great idea. I think all men need to be proactive.
Yes,
And when you're
they can also take responsibility and
Absolutely.
ownership of because there are spouses and there are our husband and they care for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great.
Did anybody suggested that before?
No. But I love that advice. And this is great. So now that
That will
Rhia-
even enhance their marriage life.
Absolutely, might save your marriage. I love it. So Rhia, just tell us a little bit about how being diagnosed with cancer, being a survivor. How did that change your life? How was your life before the cancer, and how is it now?
Actually, breast cancer changed my life, and not because of the new breast,
Right.
but I actually gained not confidence, but courage. I always say I lost my breast, but I found my voice. As you
Wow.
know, I am now the radio host of a
Yes.
Filipino radio show here in Arizona. It's called Buhay Buhay sa Amerika, means life in America, and we're the only radio show in
Okay.
Arizona at this time. I'm also the chairwoman of the Women's Federation for World Peace
Wow.
here in Arizona, and
That's
it is
amazing.
through the Women's Federation that I got the show. But because I am the chairwoman, I have to also think of what the other women who's going through this and those who should not. I wish I can tell them to take care of themselves and not to have this kind of situation.
Yeah.
And as well as I said, I got the courage.
Yes.
I found my voice, but I lost my breast, but I found my voice.
Yeah.
And it also gave me value to, after losing the breast, actually I found so much value into this breast that we have. I consider it really, this is the ball for women.
For women,
We
yes.
really have so much courage,
We do.
and the value of the breast is not just for our self-esteem,
Yeah.
not only for nurturing our children, but also there's so much more.
Yeah.
When I the time I actually had right after the surgery, I could not even have a voice. I have no voice. I'm so tired. I'm so weak. I don't even know whether I could really be strong.
Yeah.
Even after 3 months, I have no strength.
Yeah. It takes a while to get back to where your life needs to be.
Yeah, you should have a tissue right now.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But I mean, I never expect I will be crying. But
So
it's
emotional.
been almost 4 years. Actually, it was March when I was diagnosed, and it, it's a different. I'm just saying. I'm now laughing, but
Yeah.
when I think of the pain after mastectomy, after realizing you have breast cancer, it's really painful, and also it it just makes you feel not complete
Yeah.
after that. And but well, in a way, it just the breast has given you that strength.
Yeah. To be a woman.
A woman.
The strength that you're the only one who could feed your children. You're the one who carries the weight on your
Yeah.
shoulders. And I, Rhia, honestly for me, having cancer, like a lot of people, was a blessing as well. But
Yes.
for me, my journey began long before I was diagnosed with cancer, because I felt like something was missing in my life. And once I started soul searching and then I got diagnosed with cancer, I felt it's something I have to go through to be able to live my purpose and to be able to make a difference in the world.
Yes.
And I feel I've met so many amazing women just like you who are now making a difference in the world. But that's why I started this channel, because I want other women to know that you don't have to have something like cancer
Yes.
to make you realize that you have the strength, you have the power to make a
That's
difference
right.
and do what you want to do and be true to yourself.
Yes.
And I think that is the key that's missing, is that as women, we're so nurturing, we're so out there giving, we
And
forget about ourselves.
Yes.
And the self-love that only we can give ourselves, we forget about that.
Yes.
And then we have something like this that makes us realize, oh my God, I forgot about, I was busy being a mom, I was busy being a wife, I was busy trying to, build a career.
Yes.
But in all that, I forgot myself. I forgot to love myself. And that's why
And-
it's so important.
Yes, and as you said, loving ourselves. And after losing your breast, that's the only time you would realize, I forgot to love her.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to love that thing that makes you so different than anyone. I mean, that's what makes women look beautiful.
Yeah.
That's why they say, many women want to have
Yeah.
a bigger breast because that's their way of expressing their beauty. But as well, losing it makes you find that I wish I have taken care of myself before, and I wish I have. I was realizing now when I look back on my old pictures, I'm a person who never want to show my chest.
Yeah.
I'm very conservative when it comes to my chest area, and I don't want to show my breasts or my cleavage. After I actually now that it's false,
Yeah.
I can show my cleavage.
It's like, it's never gonna sag, baby. It's never gonna sag. I agree with you, but it gives you that confidence which you wish you had before,
Yes.
right?
And we should have loved our breasts before.
Okay, Rhia. So I think we'll end with just finding out what you're doing with your health now. How are you staying healthy, and how are you making sure that you don't have to go back in for those painful treatments again?
That's actually a harder question because I didn't do anything when I got the breast cancer.
Sure.
I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't exercise. But my risk factor is working nights, and I think I'm still working nights. The only thing I'm doing right now is enjoying life. I'm not into health. I'm not a healthy eater, or I don't exercise still. But I find myself just loving life, and you know, I feel that after breast cancer, our life is in any moment. It's not just the breast cancer. It's not the
Yeah.
cancer that can kill us, but we need to really enjoy life.
Absolutely.
What makes you happy, do it. And to me, um, being productive in the community, doing something that will inspire others that you have not done before, just do it. And life.
Don't wait for
Yeah.
the last moment, or
Yes.
don't wait for a life-changing event.
Yes.
Like we have to be able to do what we want to do with our lives.
Yes. So that's why even food, people say stop eating sugar or whatever. Don't. I don't. I actually want to live the life that I'm happy and be productive. That's the only thing I'm doing.
And I think the biggest thing is that you're teaching your kids how to live their life now.
Yes.
And
yes.
hoping that, you know what, they don't have to face something like we
Yes.
have.
Yes.
Right? And I think actions speak louder than words. They get to see how strong their mom is and how great she's doing, and that women are just rising, and
Yes.
it's never going to end. And hopefully we'll leave this world a better place for
better
our
place.
kids.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And also loving
Yes.
the woman
Within.
we are. The woman within.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
With breasts or
Or
without.
Absolutely. Thank you so much,
Thank
Rhia. This is
you.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Let's continue to support Priya and the journey of
Thank you.
all the women who experience this, so that we can be able to help others to find solution that there is life after breast cancer.
Absolutely. And the reason why I'm doing this race is to create that support network,
Mhm.
because you never know who's starting off on a journey and they're lost, just like you and
Yes.
I were at that time. But if they can watch these videos and be inspired and say, okay, you know what, there is life after cancer, and I'll
Yes.
get through it because these other amazing women have gotten
Yes.
through it. So it would give them the hope as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Okay. There you have it, people. That was an emotional interview. And it just goes to show how we just forget about ourselves in the process of living life. So please remember to love yourself first before you love anyone else. Thank you, and have a beautiful day.